Welcome everybody to the second day of the Team Race Championship in the Optimist World Championship. We have a great day yesterday with a lot of races, and today will be better. We will start the day with a resume of yesterday's races, and after that the orange flag is already on the committee vote, so we will start directly with the action. We have on the water Dante Cittadini and David, two really good coaches that will explain everything what is going to happen in the water. Some big names are out of this final day. For example, United States, Thailand. Yesterday races were very, very tight, but we have also great names. First race will be Spain versus Greece, then Denmark, Brazil, and in third flight will be Argentina, Canada. So we have a great day ahead. So let's go with the image of yesterday. Thank you. Vamos con la...
Okay, welcome back for day 2 of the Optimist Team Racing World Championships. We are down to the final 16 teams. The first match will be Greece against Spain. Greece led by Antonis and Spain led by Happy. So let's see what this brings. Dante will take you through the start now.
So yes, that David says, welcome to day 2 of 2024 of this World Championship team race. Today we have 16 teams fighting for the first place of this wars this year here in Plata, Argentina. The first race will be Spain against Greece. They're ready to start to flag, less than 3 minutes for start. We see here some fightings, each Spain boys and girls fighting with Greece teams, so less than 2 minutes to start. We have a camera on board on the water. Also we have some cameras on the land to try to do the best here in Argentina. Less than 2 minutes to start. We can see some situations already. We have a lot of umpires on the water for this day of the finals. Okay, start the first flag. It's a green flag for today. Green flag for that situation. We have wind from the northeast right now. It's more stable than yesterday, so it's gonna be a really good races. I think really tight races. Less than a minute to start. The first race of the day. Greece against Spain. Spain against Greece. Another green flag. I think for Spain. The teams, they are approaching to the starting line at this moment. So less than a minute to start right now. Another green flag. Okay, all the teams, they are on the line right now, close to the starting line. A few seconds to start. They're fighting on the start, some tags we can see over there. Some protests, and really good start for Greece. 3-1-8-2. Also for some Spain team. The first start of the race. It's gonna be a really tight race for these big two teams. Another green flag at this moment. We can see a red flag from now. Let's see. Okay, another protest, starboard and port. Continues the green flag over here. We can see a little bit pressure to the left side and shifting just a little bit to the left right now. We can see the Greece 3-1-8-2, really high mode. All the boats in port side. So all the boats, they are going straight to the Leyland, starboard Leyland. Tight race for now. Let's see who is the team that run the mark first. Now some boats in the right side and the starboard Leyland. There are some boats from Spanish approaching to the first mark. At the same time, they are the procedure for the next race that will be Brazil against Denmark. Less than 2 minutes to start. Denmark against Brazil. But we continue forward with Greece against Spain. First boat run the mark from Greece, second boat from Spain. Also third and fourth boat from Spain. Also the fifth boat from Spain. And the last three boats from Greece. Another flag, I think it's a green flag over there in the upwind mark. The teams, they are approaching to the first reaching mark. One Greece boat run the reach mark, coming straight to here, to the jibing mark. So Spain's in second, third, fourth, and fifth position right now. Another flag for them is a green flag. They come into here to the next mark, the downwind mark. Maybe the Greece boat is gonna be a stop, 3182, to try to pass another Greece boat forward. They are approaching now. Okay, Greece in first, second, third, and fourth for Spain. And then we can see here 3 boats from Greece and 1 from Spain in the last positions. Okay, here, 1 boat from Greece, 1 boat from Spain passed first, another boat from Spain second at this moment, and we can see a fight between Greece and Spain right now. So let's see if there are some protests. Yeah, absolutely 1 protest from Greece. Green flag. Greece run the marks 3rd and 4th at this moment. Here we go. Really good maneuver and situation for Greece. At this moment, Spain has the 7 and 8 position.
So yeah, it looks like a 7 and 8 situation that we were seeing a lot yesterday from the Greeks. So they really did some good maneuvers on that bottom mark, pushed Spain into 7 and 8. Another red flag for Spain. It's going to make life very difficult. We have, at the last mark, a lot of action happening. So Spain is going to try and secure a lead for them again with, I believe that's Juan Domingo, who is currently in 2nd, trying to make some action happen there, slowing the whole game down to allow his teammates to come back. At the moment, we have Spain 1, 2, and 7 and 8. So at the moment, Greece is winning. Okay, it looks like a big left shift there, so it might be that Spain have left the 7 and 8 position. It looks like a 1, 2, 6, 8. Not the strongest position, but it is a winning position at the moment. So in the space of 1 minute, the lead has changed about 3 times, which means it's a very close matchup. Spain taking a 1-for-1 cover to try and secure a win. As you can see, a lot of tacking, 1-for-1 covers. 1 Greek boat on their own out to the right. Spain can't lose the 1 and 2 either, because if they lose the 1 and 2, they are looking for different combinations. A duck there, maybe a big duck towards the end of the race by Greece there on Spain. That could prove to be fatal at the finish, because coming into that finish line, starboard does have advantage on port. It is the strong attack into the finish. The wind seems to be dying a little bit on the left there. Just trying to see who is going to win this matchup. It's going to come down to the finish line. It looks like Greece has a right shift at the top there. They may have taken 1st place. And it looks like a Greece in 2nd, but a port and starboard cross. There was a port and starboard incident there. Will Greece take the penalty or not? Green flag, red flag as well. Many flags flying, lots of juries on the water. There's a red flag. Who is the red flag for? That is the question. Who is the red flag for? And the red flag is for Spain. So it looks like Greece have entered a 1-2 at the top. Spain are going to have to push a 7 and 8 here to make anything work. Greece 1-2 at the finish. Do they cross the line or not is the question. Or do they wait and see until they are sure of a win? Greece 1, Greece 2. And 1 Spanish boat trying to hold the Greece boat from finishing. They are trying to push for the 7 and 8. They are trying to push for the 7 and 8. It looks like they won't be successful. So from our press boat, it looks like a flag there for Greece still. So might still be the case of a win. We're going to have to wait for the results off the finish boat because that was too close to call. Came down to the finish. It looks to me like Greece may have gotten a 7-8 in the end. We'll come down to 1 or 2 points on that race. Now we'll go back to Dante with Brazil against Denmark.
Okay, yeah, let's back in the race 2, Denmark against Brazil. We can see here in the second reach, Brazil first, Arthur Bach is the actual leader in the individual. The wars here, second for Brazil, third for Denmark, and Brazil 4, so at this moment, Brazil takes the lead. Round the mark, in 5, 6, and 7 position for Denmark, and the last vote is from Brazil. So at this moment we can see Brazil takes the lead, but we see here a situation, Denmark boat pushing away to the Brazilian boat. Really good maneuver for Denmark. So at this moment, 3 boats from Denmark recovered the position. First 2 boats from Brazil, then third.
So as we can see, a lot of action at the bottom mark there. It looks like a Brazil 1, 2, and 6 and 8. So again, people on YouTube, we are looking at a 7 and 8 situation. Denmark will be looking to push a 7 and 8. They have let one Brazilian go to the left here. Okay, and now at the top mark we have the home country, Argentina. At the top mark, they look like they're going very strong. Argentina 1, it looks like Argentina 2, then a Canada 3, Canada 4, Canada 5, Canada 6, and a 7 and 8 it looks like for Argentina. So at the moment, Argentina will have to make something happen here to get them the win. Can they have that home advantage? They know the waters, they know the country, they know their team racing. Previous years have seen them dominate very often on the podium. Dante himself has podiumed at these World Championships for team racing. At Mark 2 there, you can see Argentina trying to make something happen here. An attack launch there to try and push Canada in, slow the game down, get Argentina back in. There's a flag. We're going to have to wait and see what color it is. Is someone going to take a penalty turn? So, a penalty turn for Canada. That has put Argentina in a stronger position here to come away with the win. Argentina in first, then Canada second, Canada third, Canada fourth. So I expect a mark trap. So that is an attack from an Argentinian boat here on the bottom mark to try and secure them the win. A bit of action on the downwind from the Argentinian on the Canadian boat. The Canadian boat spinning. The Canadian boat is spinning. That is one more Canadian boat out of the top 4. So at the moment, as it stands, I believe Argentina will come into the bottom mark in a winning situation now. Really nice work on Mark 2 from Argentina to change things around. Really nice team racing. I'm going to hand over to the Argentinian Dante to take you further in the race.
Yes, that David says that right now, I think we have a lead from Argentina. It's just for that this moment, we have a really situation here in the downwind mark. First boat to round the mark is from Canada, second, third from Argentina, and then we can see 4, 1, 6, 5 Argentina. That really good situation for them. Amazing, amazing maneuver from Argentina this moment. Keep the last 3 boats from Canada, so at this moment Argentina continues to lead. in the regatta. They are going straight to the last reach, and then they have the last upwind to finish the race. One boat from Canada in the reach mark tried to do something. Let's see what's happening right now. First boat from Canada, second, third, 4 and 5 boat from Argentina. So at this moment continues the lead here for Argentina. The last 3 boats from Canada. Very good. Argentina tried to open the course and go faster to the finish line. Some protests over there. Let's see what says the umpire. It's a green flag for that situation. Canada also tried to open the course, but Argentina with a good cover. Continues lead the race at this moment. We have Argentina in the second, third, 4 and 5 position. That makes sense that Argentina is winning right now. Canada has the last 3 boats. Really good cover for Argentina. Try to go faster to the finish line. A few boats on the left side in the port Leyland. Argentina takes the lead now for the race. So we can see Argentina first, maybe second. Really tight race over there in the left corner, Port Leyland. Argentina push the Canadians to the left side of the course. So Argentina 1-4-1-6-5 is gonna be the first one to cross the line, the finish line. Also second maybe and third position. Argentina 4-1-6-5 won the race. Second position will be for, I think, Argentina also. Really tight race over there. Oh, a good, really crash over there. Argentina against Canada. Tight situation there. Second position Canada, already finished. And then we can see Argentina, Canada finish. Also another boat from Argentina. Really tight.
I think you have 3 in the top 4.
So absolutely, we have 3 Argentinian boats in the first 4 positions that will be winning this race for Argentina. Another red flag for Canada. So yeah, absolutely, this race, it's a win for Argentina.
That came down to the finish line again. You can definitely tell it is down to the last 16 on day 2 because that was really, really tight team racing. A maneuver executed by the book by an Argentinian sailor at that bottom mark changed the game completely, put them in a good stead to secure a win on that last upwind. But what an amazing race. Again, we always have to wait for the final results, but we do believe Argentina managed to come away with a win on the first race of the day for them. Now we follow Puerto Rico against France. It looks like a 1-2-3 for Puerto Rico. They had a really strong qualification day yesterday. They have been practicing team racing a lot this year under the cautious eye of coach Foco. Many tacks flying all over the place, but a cover, you know, Puerto Rico here on the last upwind, you can see they have 1 boat on the left, 1 boat in the middle, 1 boat on the right, covering all angles in case there's a wind shift, so they can definitely secure that win. This race looks pretty set in stone for Puerto Rico, the host of the North American Championships in 2024. was also an excellent event. They came away with the team racing win there as well, so they are the North American champions for the team racing. And here we can see why. Excellent stuff by them. You want to go now? Because this race is GBR. Wait. And on the start line, so we are just finishing here with Puerto Rico. It does look like they secured the win. Just crossing the line now. Really nice boat handling. Nothing much the French sailors can do on that last upwind when Puerto Rico assert their dominance the way they have on that last upwind. So now on the start line we have GBR against very strong Italian team. Let's see what this brings. GBR qualifying for that last day against America on that last race yesterday was very tight. And it is a postponement. That is a postponement. But we do have another race coming downwind, which is Turkey against Malta. Malta led by Ivan. They will be looking to try and make a statement against Turkey. Turkey was looking very strong yesterday. Let's see if they can show their strength today again on day 2 and the last 16 of team racing. So this is again, we are now watching Turkey against Malta. Malta in a 1 and then 6, 7, 8. So it looks like Malta is going to have to make something happen here at the bottom mark. Will they go for a bottom mark or will they go for another attack at some other point in the race? It looks like they're just going for the rounding. I think they're just trying to figure out exactly what they're most comfortable at doing to make a difference here. Something's going to have to happen for Malta if they want to beat Turkey. At the moment, Turkey is winning this race. Turkey in 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember the rule, 3 in the top 4 gets you the win. It's an easy way to remember. At this mark, will Malta do something? No, also just rounding. Interesting tactic there. At the moment, Malta is in a losing position. They've gone round the mark and then tried to come back on the reach. For me, it's interesting.
What?
A red flag for Malta, yeah. I did say that was interesting because you must, guys at home watching on YouTube, you must remember that if you want to attack someone in the race, you must be on the same part of the race course. As in, if you are on this final downwind, or on the final reach, or on the final upwind, you can only make maneuvers on people in that section of the race. You cannot come from an upwind back to people on the downwind to try and make something happen. You must stay on your section of the race for something to happen. So that's why that red flag was flown. So it looks like a Turkey 1, 2, 3, 4. A very comfortable win again for them. They were looking really strong yesterday. Really nice stuff by the Turkish team. But you do have 2 lives. You can hope that in the next race you win. So Malta does have a second chance. We'll have to wait and see what they do in the next race. But Turkey will start their day off the way they wanted with that win. Back to Dante.
Yeah, let's continue to see the last upwind, Malta against Turkey. Here, last upwind approaching to the finish line. Really tight race for them, but we have a lead from that moment to Turkish, doing first, second, third position. Really good situation for the Turkish team. It's gonna be first, second, and third position, I think, for Turkish. So that's mean that Turkish will
Very much, Dante. Thank you very much, David. Great commentators. We have a great racing up to now. And now I see intelligence flag. The second flight is going to start. Maybe the race committee is actualizing the grids, or there is some wind change. But it's a good moment to see a recap video of what happens in the individual races. So let's see what happens in the day before this team race championship, and then we continue with all the action here inside the harbor of Mar del Plata. Great action. This was day 3 of the individual championship. And as you can see, the intelligence flag is still on the race committee boat. You can see in the background, we are down with the intelligence flag. So let's go to another video of day 1, the windy day with the south wind. And then we go back to Bante and David with all the action of the next race of Great Britain, I see, and maybe Italy. We will know in just a few minutes. Okay, we are back in the water with Dante and David. Starting procedure is on, and so we are back to you guys.
Okay, we're back and we're live. 2 minutes to go with the matchup of Italy versus GBR in the final 16. First race of the day for both countries. Italy will be looking to get a win and continue their high success rate in the team racing. And GBR will be looking to make a statement here. Port on starboard incident there for Italy 9397 and GBR 6668, Leo Gosling. Port on starboard, Italy taking their turn, penalty turn there, agreeing that they were in the wrong. Green flag though shown, there was a green flag shown. So 2 boats coming onto the line, 6672 and an Italian boat on the committee side. Everyone trying to kind of feel where they want to start. Less than a minute to go with this matchup of GBR versus Italy. Household names in the America's Cup. What will they do in the youth with the Optimist team racing here? We have a boat-on-boat situation there with a bit of hunting going on to try and assert a good start for both countries. One Italian boat sailing backwards. If you sail backwards, you do have no rights. So let's see what happens there. One Italian boat at the committee end. Okay, all boats approaching the line here. We're getting very close to the start of Italy versus GBR. Very tight, everyone very tight. Very tight racing here. Everyone very close to the line. It's very close to the line. The line is between that orange pole and the red mark. That is where the line is. If you're over, you have to go back. Some boats over there. Some boats are over. And that is go. That is go. The race committee has decided that's an all-clear start. One Italian boat with an excellent start. 99999. Heading up really high. Really squeezing. 2 Italian boats have tacked. Everyone just trying to find their way around the course here. GBR 6673 does need to go low and get some clear air. Maybe chuck a tack in. There we go. There's the tack. Open the game up. It's gone very light on the course. Pressure's coming from the right as I'm looking upwind. So we have very tight racing. From the first glance, it looks like Italy have a stronger hold on this matchup here. They do look to be covering. There's a duck there from Leo Gosling with Italy 99999. So let's see what happens here. Italy taking a 1-for-1 cover like we saw yesterday. They look like a well-oiled machine here. One GBR boat going out left, trying to find some breeze that the rest don't have and maybe come back into the game. Italy tacking and ducking there, GBR also. So we have 3 boats on starboard and the remaining boats on port tack. Let's see what happens. It does look like that GBR boat on that left side, I believe it's Eliana, has found some breeze, 6672. But the Italians are coming over to cover. There's a protest there from a GBR boat. There is a protest. Italy going very high, playing the game. Red flag, there is a red flag for someone. A red flag for Italy, 9869 I believe, or 9999, yep. Red flag for Italy, 999. Change the game a little bit here. Can GBR come back into this game? The red flag changes a little bit of things because it puts you at a disadvantage. Eliana found some breeze on the left, coming back into the game. There's a mark trap happening here by Italy. They want to see if they are definitely winning before they move on to the next part of the race. Italy in first. Eliana has to tack there from the Italian boat on starboard on the mark trap. Italians do a really lovely mark trap. It looks like they will enter in 1, 2, 3. No, they haven't. Eliana's managed to pip round. So it's Italy 1, Italy 2, GBR 3, Italy 4, GBR 5, GBR 6, GBR 7, Italy 8. So GBR is going to be looking for that 7 and 8, I believe. GBR will be looking for that 7 and 8 here. Italians did a really nice maneuver there to get 3 in the top 4. as we say, 3 in the top 4 does get you the win, but an Italian boat is at the back in 8th. Can Eliana make something happen here? 6-6-7-2 on Mark 2. So again, GBR will look to push Italy into 7 and 8 in order to win. At the moment, as it stands, Italy is winning. Mark 2, Italy round in first, second. Eliana is going low here, trying to set up that trap, trying to set up that maneuver. The Italian boat pushing really low. Eliana slowing the game down. Eliana slowing the game down, but the Italian slowing back on the others. Eliana has slowed the game down. Really nice work. Managed to stay on the left side of the downwind. Jives onto starboard. Eliana has slowed the game down, but there is still yet a GBR boat around the mark. So GBR, Nate, there's a red flag. There's a red flag for Italy. Red flag for Italy. Eliana, excellent work. Causes a red flag, causes an upset. It looks like they're pushing for a 7 and 8 here. Italy will look to certify their win again here at the bottom mark, because at the moment, GBR also has spin. So at the moment, it's Italy winning, but it's not a comfortable win by any means. Italy setting up here at the bottom mark. You can see 9-3, 9-7, setting up that mark trap on the bottom mark here. Eliana on the downwind in third. So Italy 1, Italy 2, GBR 3, GBR 4. Can they make something happen? They have to push for the 7 and 8 here. It is close racing. It's very obvious we are in the last 16 because the level has gone up. Leo coming in on starboard jibe. Leo communicating to Eliana here. How do we go about things? Leo setting up a mark trap back to Italy. So it's really swapping round. Eliana sails round the outside. Eliana has sailed round the outside. Eliana does manage to get round the outside. There's a lot of action happening there. There was a starboard and port incident. There was a starboard and port incident right there. There was a starboard and port incident there. Green flag. The jury believes nothing was wrong. Starboard and port. It looks like Italy 1, Italy 3, GBR second. They are waiting on the reach here to see if they can help their teammates. At the moment, GBR in 7, 6, and 8th. Italy are winning at the moment, but it's not over yet. We're here on the last mark grounding for the last upwind. Italy slowing the game down. Again, Italy slowing the game down. Italy slowing the game down. It looks like Italy 1, Italy 2. It looks like Italy 1, Italy 2, Italy 3, Italy 4. Italy showing what they can do on that blast mark there. Will be very difficult for GBR to come back, but it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. 6674 managed to find some wind in the middle. Italy 117 tacks. 6668 on the left with 9999 fighting. Starboard and port there with Harry Draper and an Italian boat. 1117 tacks. There is some breeze there and a shift on the left. Can they come back into the game to slow things down? GBR need to push for a 7 and 8 here if they want anything to happen. Italy looks like they are in 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. Really slowed things down on that last reach and showed why they have many medals to their collection as a country in the Optimist scene. Leo has managed to get a leeward situation there on the left-hand side. Italy in 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Can Harry Draper find a little bit of wind on the left and come back into the game? We're going to have to wait and see here now. Approaching the finish. It looks like Italy 1, 2, and 3. Can Harry find something on the left to get back into the game? Italy 1, Italy 2. It looks like a 1-2-3 at the moment. They tack onto Leo. We're in the final meters of this matchup. It definitely was not a one-way race. It was very close. Let's see. Italy tacks, final tacks onto starboard. It looks like Italy 1, Italy 2, Italy 3. Harry Draper coming in there high. And it looks like Italy 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, it was very close until that last mark. But Italy slowing the game down, making the compression happen, getting the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then tacking their way up the final upwind. I hand you over to the next race with Dante.
Yeah, thank you, David. It was really good work for the Italy team. Managed the race in the last upwind, the last reach. For now, we're moving forward to the next race. It's Peru against Singapore. It's on the downwind. In the bottom mark, we can see some fights over there. It's really tight, the race. A lot of chaos in the bottom mark. Singapore run the mark first. Second and third and fourth for Peru. And then we have another Singapore over there. One Peruvian guy doing a penalty turn, double turn for Peruvian, 374. Let's see now in the last reach, before going straight in the last upwind to the finish line. We have one Singapore first, second and third for Peru, 4 and 5 position for Singapore. So at this moment, Peruvian is losing the game because has the 7 and 8 position. Another penalty for Peru. One Singapore round the mark, second for Peru, third position Singapore, 4 position Peru, 5 and 6 to Singapore, and the last 2 positions. The last 2 positions for Peru at this moment. Peru tacks. Really tight race at this moment. Some Peruvians open the course this moment. Let's see what's happening in the last meters of this upwind. One Peruvian pushing hard to the Singapore, 374. The other fight is in the left side. Another red flag for Peru, 374. Also protest over there in the left corner to Singapore. Another red flag for Singapore. So maybe now takes the lead Peru. So Peruvians takes the lead now in first position. Then we have Singapore second, third, and then 2 votes from Peru. So let's see if these 3 Peruvians can finish in the first 4 positions. Another penalty for Peru. At this moment, Peru is telling a lot. Peru, this is the penalty. So I think now Peru has the 7 and 8 position. So Singapore takes the lead. And if nothing happens, Singapore is the winner at this moment. Singapore first, second. They are pushing for 7 and 8 Peruvians. Very good maneuver for 3, 7, 2. Pushing hard. Starboard and port, or really rowing to Singapore. Really tight. Finish in the last, I think the last 2 position was for Peruvian. So it's nothing happened for the umpires. No, another green flag. I think Singapore is the winner for this race. We need to see the official results for the race committee. But I think Peru has the last 2 or 3 position in that race. We're waiting for the official results, but at the same moment we move forward to the next race, that it's Croatia against Slovenia. Croatia with a clear winning at this moment, run the reaching mark, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd position. So if they go faster in the last upwind, it's a winner for this race. Croatia, they have a really good lap between the 3rd and 4th position at this moment. The last upwind is really short, so maybe it's a win for Croatia in this one against Slovenia. Really good tacks from Croatia team.
España, Brasil que está buena, España, Brasil que está ya definida.
So Croatia winning this race 1, 2, 3, and then we move forward to Spain against Brazil. Really good match. We can see run the reaching mark, 1st reaching mark in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position for Spain. This moment take the lead Spain. Really good lap for the Spanish team at this moment. It's coming straight to the bottom mark. 3 boats from Spain. Really fast. Let's see if the Brazilian team can do something. So they are approaching to the bottom mark. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd position for them. Run the mark 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for the Spanish team. Then coming 2 boats from Brazil. Fourth position and 5th position. Oh, there are collision there. Let's see what's happened at the umpires in the last boat of the race. But it's a good gap between the 3rd and 4th position. Green flag for now. It's really short, the last upwind, so the Spanish guys need to go faster. 4, 5, and 6 position for Brazil. 7 for Spain, and the last boat for Brazil. Light wind in the left corner. It seems that there are more pressure on the right side. The last Spanish boat fighting with a Brazilian here. She tack, he tack. He tack again. Try to cover in each tack. continues first, second, and third boat for the Spanish. So it's gonna be winning this race for the Spanish team. If nothing happened, they are approaching to the finish line. Absolutely. 1, 2, and third position for Spain in this race. So Spain continue forward. They are finished now. First, second, and third for Spain. It's a win for Spain in this race. But now we move forward straight to Argentina against Peru. The next race.
So we have Argentina against, it looks like Puerto Rico. So Argentina, Puerto Rico, that is the final minute. We're in the final minute of Argentina, the home team, against Puerto Rico, the North American champions. Let's see how this plays out. Argentina lining up on the line. Puerto Rico trying to find where they want to go. Everyone fighting for that best spot on the line. Both teams have tactics. We're going to have to wait and see whose tactics pay off the most. The line is between the orange pole with the orange flag on top and that red mark. Nothing else on that boat, just those 2 points. It looking very tight, very close to the line here. Let's wait and see what happens. Puerto Rico attacks onto port there. Argentina on starboard. One Argentinian boat at the pin end. And go, that's go. No one over, no one over. The committee boat has communicated no one is over, so we're away. We are away on this start. An Argentinian boat on the leeward side, trying to go high, take Puerto Rico out. It's gone very light here on the right side. The wind is shifting a little bit to the left. Puerto Rico tacks onto Argentina, 4038. Argentina then tacks as well. Puerto Rico follows. It's already attacking game on this first upwind. Let's see what happens. A really nice tack there from Argentina. A green flag for a situation on the upwind. Bit of a left shift here, bit of a left shift. Argentina did have two boats on that left side, so let's see if that pays. Early doors, Argentina look very close. It's going to come down to the top mark to see who is taking the lead around that first mark. Puerto Rico on port, heading towards the mark. Big left shift. Bit of pressure there. Two Argentinian boats on the left. Can they make that work in their favor? Attack onto the Puerto Rican boat. It looks like Argentina have a couple of boats at the front there to do something. Puerto Rico attacks. Argentina follows. There's a protest there from Argentina on Puerto Rico. There's a protest there. Let's wait and see for the result from the jury. What will they say on that situation? Puerto Rico attacks onto the Argentinian boat, 3038. It looks early doors, Argentina 1, Argentina 2. Puerto Rico 3. We're going to have to wait and see around the mark here what happens. Argentina 1, Argentina 2. Puerto Rico trying to slow the game down at the mark. That big left shift has changed the game here. Puerto Rico looking to push Argentina into 7 and 8. The left shift. There's a protest there. Port and starboard at the top mark between Argentina at the moment as it stands. Argentina 1, Argentina 2. Puerto Rico 3, Puerto Rico 4, and Argentina 7 and 8. As it stands, Puerto Rico is winning on this reach. We're going to have to wait and see. Argentina do have two boats in 1 and 2, which helps them try and launch an attack so they can come back into the win here. So Puerto Rico winning at the moment, but it's not a certain win. Equal points, but Argentina have 7 and 8, which means they lose. Argentina setting up a mark trap there, as you can see. Argentina's taking on the mark trap with Puerto Rico, slowing the game down. You want to slow the game. If you are losing, slow the game, make the compression, and try and get your teammates back into the game. So slowed the game there a little bit. At the moment, Argentina 1, Puerto Rico 2. Puerto Rico there, going for an attack back onto Argentina. Very close. There is no certain winner here on this downwind. Argentina going for the 7 and 8. The green flag has been shown. A lot of jibes happening to try and break the overlap and to try and assert an overlap if you want to luff. Starboard jibe, a little bit stronger on the downwind for right of way. So you can see everyone trying to edge onto that left side of the course on the downwind because they want to come in on that starboard jibe to make something happen. Argentina will look to do a mark trap here. You can see 4-1-6-5 lining up, jibes onto starboard. She will look to slow the game. Let's see what happens. So Argentina letting the first Puerto Rico boat go because it is easier to slow someone down of the opposing team that's nearer the back than it is to try and slow someone down right at the front. You have to do more work. So smart maneuver there from Argentina. She definitely knows who she wants to pick out and attack. So Argentina round in second. We have the mark trap, a double mark trap here. So Puerto Rico and Argentina, Argentina and Puerto Rico. They're going for a swap for swap, like for like, neck and neck. Argentina 4-1-6-5 doing really good work here. Bearing away, starboard and port there, starboard and port. Argentina do have a starboard and port there. Puerto Rico did not have room. They were all on port. We're going to have to wait and see from the jury. The jury is just discussing what decision will they make here. Green flag as it stands. Puerto Rico 1, Argentina 2, Argentina 3, Puerto Rico 4, Argentina 5. It's going to come down to the last upwind here. Puerto Rico pushing up on the reach to try and push Argentina into 7 and 8. 7 and 8 will lose you the game. Let's see what happens here. Overlap broken. So the Argentinian says overlap broken. I can go to that mark. 4-1-6-5 says overlap broken. So Argentina 2, Argentina 3, Puerto Rico 4, Argentina jibing there. Wow, excellent work from Argentina. Excellent work from Argentina. Excellent work from 4-1-6-5. Slowing the game down there. Green flag, green flag. So, as it stands, Puerto Rico 1, Argentina 2, Argentina 3. Argentina will look to slow down Puerto Rico and get 3 in the top 4. 3 in the top 4 gets you the win. So no certain winner here. I'm going to hand you over for that final upwind with Dante.
Last upwind for Argentina against Puerto Rico. 4-1-6-5 from Argentina. Say go forward, go forward. So let's see what's happening in the last upwind. They are approaching to the mark, to the finish line. A few meters more. They say 7-8, 7-8, say one Argentinian. Let's see what's happened. A lot of talks here in the last upwind. Some talks with the team, the Argentinians. Another green flag over there. Really tight race, tight last upwind here. There are 3 Argentinians in the top 4 now, but one from Puerto Rico is coming on the right side and one from the left side. Let's see. We can see also here another Argentina try to open the course to the right side, go straight in the starboard leyland. Another red flag for Puerto Rico. Let's go Argentina now. Need to finish like this. Finish like this. So the next third position to Argentina, 40-38. Second position to Argentina, 4-1-6-5. That means that if Argentina finish like this. There are tight situation over there in the left corner. Really tight over there.
You did it.
Argentina finished first than the other Puerto Rico, I think so. So I think Argentina have 1, 2, 6, and 8. That makes sense that Argentina winning. We need to see the official results from the finish line, but I think Argentina has the 1, 2, 6, and 8. Let's see the official results. But it was a really tight race, last upwind over here. So now we're moving forward to the next race. It's Canada against France. They are approaching to the bottom mark at this moment. Some boats round the mark. So we have first boat from Canada, second boat from Canada, third boat from Canada. So at this moment, Canada takes the lead in this race. Canada needs to go faster to the finish line. Then we have 4, 5, and 6 position for France, 7 for Canada, and last position for France. First boat from Canada round the mark and tack. Try to open the course, try to cover the French team, following by 2 Canadians rounding the mark. It's really tight, really close, the third and fourth position.
So Canada on the last up, winning first, second, and third, looking pretty strong. The other Canadian boat slowing the game down at the back, because when you're in 1, 2, 3, you want your fourth boat to slow the game down and secure that 1, 2, 3. Canada, this is only their second time in the history of the Opti Worlds that they qualify for the second day of team racing. This is only the second day that they qualify, the second time ever in the history of Canadian Opti sailing that they qualify for the second day. They'll be looking to make a statement, led by Fede as their coach. And it looks like they're going to do just about that. They're going to secure their first win of the day. So if France lose this race, they are out of the last 16. Their day is finished. They can get some early lunch. But it's not over till it's over. Canada 1, 2, 3 still. Canada taking the cover there. It looks like a set in stone 1, 2, 3. Not too much action happening. There is a French boat that has managed to pick up a shift on the left side there. 3179 has picked up a shift. Can they push a 7 and 8 situation? Can they push a 7 and 8 situation here? 3179 has got that left shift. Tacks onto the Canada. France is making a change here. France is making a change. They are pushing for 7 and 8 on Canada. Port and starboard situation there. Port and starboard. Will the protest flags fly? Which flag will it be? Canada agrees they were in the wrong. Canada does their turns. So, at the moment, Canada 1, Canada 2, France 3, France 4, France 5. Can they push 7 and 8 here? It's going to come down. Canada went from 1, 2, 3 into a very dangerous situation here. France slowing, doing everything down. They are doing everything they can to slow the game. Can France change fate here on those last meters? A windward-leeward situation there, very close, questionable. Red flag, red flag. Red flag for who? I yet have to see. Red flag for Canada. Can France make a difference here? Another red flag for Canada. Can they push 7 and 8? Canada, I think, finish on the committee end there. Green flag. And it looks like Canada's managed to come away with the win in the end. But wow, France did change things around there. They didn't give up, came back into the game, got the shift from the left. We're joining here on the last mark with Turkey against Italy. Two very strong countries in the team racing world. Turkey 1, Turkey 2, Italy 3, Turkey 4. And it changes, Turkey 3rd. So Turkey 1, 2, 3. Very strong from the Turkish. Turkey 1, 2, 3, and 8. Italy are going to have to show their excellence here on that last mark and change things around like they did in that last race against GBR. Turkey 1, Turkey 2, Turkey 3, a green flag. Turkey will remain in 1, 2, 3. Two very, very strong countries at this year's Team Racing Worlds. We go around the last mark. Turkey 1, Turkey 2, Turkey 3, Italy 4, Italy 5, Italy 6, Italy 7. Turkey tacking on Italy, trying to make things happen here. So in order for Italy to win this race, what has to happen is one of the Italians has to get ahead of a Turkish boat, and they have to then do the hard work, which is push them into 7 or 8. They already have one Turkish boat in 8th, so they have to keep him there. And then they have to try and get ahead of a Turkish boat and slow their game down. It's not unrealistic for Italy to make that happen. Really not unrealistic. They are very strong here, showing their boat handling. 9-9-9-9 is doing very good tacks, catching up, changing the game. There's a port and starboard maybe here. Okay, they both tack, port and starboard, they both tack. So, Turkey realizing that an Italian boat has snuck up into the ranks and can make a difference. So, the Turkish boats are now also slowing down. It's going to come down to the finish again. Turkey tacking. Italy also. Tacks are flying on all over the place. Okay, Italy have done what they wanted. They have slowed the game. They are in a position now to do something. Italy here, slowing the game. There's a protest from Turkey onto Italy. The red flag is in hand. I can see the red flag. Red flag for, who is it for? Red flag. No one turning yet. No one doing turns. Italy doing turns. Italy is doing turns. Italy are doing turns. So at the moment, Turkey 1, Turkey 2, Turkey 3. It looks like Turkey will come away with the win at the moment. He's just securing that there with a bear away. Italian boat already hitting their boom with the tiller extension. A sign of frustration that that race hasn't gone their way. Turkey 1, 2, 3. Come away with the win. So that's 2 wins for Turkey today. They will go on very strong to the next round. On the downwind here, we are joining now GBR against Malta. If you lose this race, you're out. You cannot lose more than 2 races. You cannot lose 2 races, sorry, today, otherwise you are out. So GBR 1, GBR 2, Malta 3, Malta 4, GBR 5. Again, it's very close. GBR led by Pancho and Malta led by Ivan for this World Championship. Coming onto the downwind here. On the left side, we have 2 GBR boats. Malta also coming on the left side in 4th position. But there seems to be a little bit more pressure down the right side of the downwind. They're sailing around the outside here. They're sailing around the outside here. Malta seems to may have taken the lead here. No, overlap remains coming into that mark. Important scenario there for GBR to secure them a stronger entry into that last mark. No maneuvers made. GBR 1, GBR 2, Malta 3, Malta 4, Malta 5. It's very close. It's 1-2 for GBR, 3-4 for Malta, 5 for GBR, 8 for GBR. So coming into the final mark, GBR 1, GBR 2. Malta 3, Malta 4. What's going to happen here? So GBR, Harry Draper saying no room to Malta. You don't have any room. There's no overlap. Don't go in there. Malta slowing the game down there. There's no room. There's a protest. There was no room in that mark, GBR believes, so there's a protest. So red flag for Malta. Leo Gosling saying no room for that boat. Leo Gosling was correct. Says no room. Red flag shown by the jury. It's going to come down to the final lap win. GBR 1, GBR 2. Malta 3, Malta 4. On the right side here, also an important battle. Malta attacking. They're doing a maneuver. Protest from Eliana. Says you cannot make a maneuver. Green flag though by the jury. The jury believes that the tack was completed. The jury does believe the tack was completed. So let's see here. On the last lap win, GBR 1, GBR 2, Malta 3. They are attacking Leo Gosling here. Leo tacks onto starboard. The jury watching very closely here. It's going to come down to those final meters. Whoever loses this is going home for today. Eliana managed to find some breeze here on the right. Sailed on her own. Found some breeze. She is very quick. She does always have good boat speed. They're trying to give dirty air on Eliana here. Lots of shouting, communication. Lots of things happening here. Malta looking to push a 7 and 8. Malta looking to push 7 and 8. Leo attacking there. Attacking there. GBR 1, GBR 2. They will push for a 7 and 8 here. Will they get a 7 and 8? Will they get in a 7 and 8? Can Eliana make the pin end? It looks like Eliana making the pin end. It looks like she's making the pin end. No 7 and 8. Yeah, it's done. It's done. GBR win that race. GBR win that race. I'm going to hand you back to Dante.
So let's move to the left side. We move forward to Singapore against Croatia. Both of the teams, they won the last race, so they are fighting against together. Croatia against Singapore in the bottom mark. A lot of situation there. Singapore run the mark, the first boat. Then we can see a lot of cows there. Singapore second, third position for Croatia. Also fourth position Croatia. Another green flag over there. Really tight race on the ridge mark, the last ridge mark. And then run the mark and go straight to the finish line, the last upwind. Singapore first, Singapore second, and then we have all the crew from Croatia in the middle, and then the last two boats from Singapore. So at this moment, Croatia takes the lead. Singapore first, Croatia second, third for Singapore. And then we have Croatia, Singapore in the middle, Croatia, and Singapore in the last one. Really close, all the boats there. Maybe it's gonna be a penalty or a green flag. Let's see what's the size. This side a red flag to Singapore, so Croatia now is back on the game. Croatia back on the game again. Another green flag over here. We have some boats from Singapore go to the left side of the course. The last boat is from Singapore right now. Croatia have 2 boats on the front. Another boat in the front is from Singapore. Another protest from Croatia to Singapore. Let's see if they are a red flag or not. It's a green flag. Green flag. In that situation, all the boats coming from the port side, Port Leyland. So we have 1 boat from Singapore in the first position. Then we have 2 boats from Croatia. Really tight. Let's see. Singapore first, second Croatia, third boat I think is from Croatia too. Let's see what's happening, if there are another penalty or not. I think finish first boat Singapore, second, third to Croatia, 4 boats Croatia, so 4 boats in the top, 3 boats in the top 4. So it's mean that Croatia takes the lead and winning this race. Another green flag, so I think Croatia is the winner for that race. And now the next race that is already on the bottom mark is Peru against Slovenia. The loser in this race go home. A lot of situation there in the bottom mark. We can see green flag shows the umpire. We can see Slovenia in first, second. Second boat from Peru, also third position, and 4 for Peru. Really good maneuver for 374 Peruvian, Joaquin Acevedo. We can see 1 boat from Peru approaching to the mark for going straight to the finish mark. 1 and 2 for Peru. Then we have Slovenia, third and fourth position. Peruvian on the middle, and the last boat from Slovenia. A lot of situation there. Third position for Slovenia, and then we have 4 and 5 for Peruvian. So Peruvian at this moment takes the lead. Red flag for Slovenia. So now Peruvian has the 4th position, the first 4th position. Peru needs to go faster to the finish line. Hey! Oh. Last meters of this upwind, it seems that Peru has the win of this race with 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're moving slowly to Argentina again, Spain, that is coming in the downwind right now. Absolutely, Peruvian takes the win for that race against Slovenia. So we move forward, Spain against Argentina. I think the winner of this race move straight to the final. If they win 3 races in a row, move straight to the final race. So it's a really good race, really tight at this moment. We have 1 boat from Spain first. run the mark. 1, 2, and 3 for Spain at this moment. But Argentina coming really fast behind them. Let's see if Argentina can do something.
So yeah, Spain in 1, 2, and 3, but Argentina very close. So we have a similar scenario than like that Italian match. Can Argentina sail on boat speed, come back into the game and put a 7 and 8? They already have one Spanish boat in 8th. So all that needs to happen is an Argentinian boat needs to get ahead of a Spanish boat and slow the game. And it's looking very close here. Argentina 4, 1, 2, 5. Very close there. So the Spanish boat in first is going to come down and just try and slow down Argentina, because that Argentinian boat is sailing very, very fast. Can Argentina get up the ranks ahead of one of the Spanish boats and slow the whole game down? Argentina here, going to the right, trying to find something, going to the left, trying to find something, somewhere, find something, a little bit of a breeze, a gust, a shift to get back into the game. Argentina attacks there, excellent tack by 4125. Will look to try and catch a Spanish boat. They just need to catch one Spanish boat to certify this comeback. Let's have a look. Argentina with big shifts from the left there. Argentina, big shift from the left. They look like they're going to be ahead of one of the Spanish boats here. Big shifts on the left. Still Spain, 1, 2, 3. Can they do something? At the moment, one Spanish boat is about to cross the finish line. So Spain 1, Spain 2, and Spain 3. Spain will advance with all wins at the moment. Spanish team looking very, very strong this year. Many good names in there. Juan, Domingo in 2nd overall. Mateo in 3rd overall. Iker also up there in the results and the individuals. So they come in with a really strong team. We move on to the next race happening at the moment. Puerto Rico against Greece. It's really coming down to quality now. Teams are starting to having to go in, so the teams remaining on the water are very, very good in that team racing aspect. Puerto Rico 1, Greece 2nd, green flag, a gust on the right of the downwind. As you look downwind, there's a gust there. Greece really going fast down that right-hand side. It looks like Greece 1, Puerto Rico 2, Greece 3, Puerto Rico 4, Greece 5. Really neck and neck, boat for boat, maneuver for maneuver. A jibe there from Greece coming on the inside. Puerto Rico takes first, Greece takes second, Greece takes third. It's going to come down to this bottom mark again. Everyone trying to go to that left side of the downwind. As we said, if you're on the left side of the downwind, you have that more advantageous position to come in on starboard. Here we go, the Greek boat, overlap, green flag. Puerto Rico on the inside as well, finding some wind. Greece saying no room, Greece saying no room. To me, it looks like an overlap from Puerto Rico. There's an overlap with that rudder, in my opinion. Puerto Rico 1, Greece 2, Puerto Rico 3, Puerto Rico 4. So 3 in the top 4 gets you the win. So Puerto Rico 1, Puerto Rico 2 now. So Greece will look to push Puerto Rico into 7 and 8. They've already got one Puerto Rico boat into 8th. The green flag shown. Jason, the 3-time European champion, has to make things happen at the front of the fleet here. So 3180 is the European champion 3 times in a row. Can he show his quality by getting a maneuver done here? Jason slowing the game down. Puerto Rico 1, Puerto Rico 2. Jason slowing down. Getting his team members up there. Wow, this is amazing work by Jason. You can see why he is the champion 3 years in a row. Jibing on to starboard. Puerto Rico 7 and 8. It's a Puerto Rico 7 and 8. Greece have turned things around. The Greek gods are looking on to this race and have said, we are pushing Puerto Rico into 7 and 8. So Puerto Rico now coming back downwind to try and make another thing happen. Here, a lot of shouting going on. Jason has turned that game around there. Attack there, let go of the main sheet. Is that the stress? A luffing situation happening here between 3184 and 97. Puerto Rico. Shifty, gusty. Jason tacks onto starboard. Puerto Rico ducks. Luffing situations, 2 situations here on the right. Both times the Greeks are on the leeward side and the Puerto Rico are on the windward side. Luffing happening, tack. There's a tack there. Greece is now able to tack onto starboard. Luffing situation here, 3184 and 97. 97 doing excellent work with height and speed. Is really keeping the Greek sailor stuck on the right. So, Jason tacks. Looks like Greece 1, Puerto Rico 2, Puerto Rico 3, Greece 4. There's a battle on the far side between Puerto Rico 98 and 3183 from Greece. A lot of tacking. It looks like a Greece 1-2 at the moment. In the final moments of this race, Greece 1-2. If you have 1-2, you can't have 7 and 8. That's the rule. Puerto Rico's going to go for a 7 and 8 here. They've given up on the 1-2. They're going to push Puerto Rico. They're going to try and push Greece into a 7 and 8. Green flag. So Greece 1-2. Puerto Rico, I've said, Greece, you take that 1-2. We are going to try and push a 7 and 8 here. Puerto Rico ducking there, the Greek boat, because their teammate is holding that Greek sailor out. It looks like they're pushing a 7 and 8. Red flag for someone. Who's the red flag? Red flag for Greece. Puerto Rico have taken the win, maybe here on the final meters. So, Puerto Rico 2, Puerto Rico 3. Puerto Rico 4, Puerto Rico take the win. Puerto Rico take the win, green flag, yep, Puerto Rico win that one. So there you can see how it changes. In the final meters, it went from a looking good for Greece to a Puerto Rico win. With very, very, very good team racing. Excellent work from Puerto Rico. There's a question there at the committee vote. I'm going to give you to Dante for Canada against Brazil.
So yeah, we back on the next race. It's Canada against Brazil. They are already on the last reach before going straight to the last upwind to finish. We can see the first boat from Canada. They're waiting to the other teammates. Second boat from Canada also. Then we have 3 and 4 position for Brazil. Then Canada, Brazil. One boat from Canada, 2 boats from Canada round the mark. Then we have Brazil. Brazil tax, and then we have Arthur back 4273 making a stop to pass the other teammate. Really good maneuver for the actual leader of the individual world championship here. 2 boats from Canada in 6 and 7 position, and the last boat from Brazil. Red flag for Brazilian boat. Arthur back. Red flag, and continues Canada first, second. Puerto Rico, hey. Canada continue first and second. going faster to the finish line. Then we have two Brazilians fighting with the Canadians, try to push them to the 7 and 8 position to try to change the lead to the Brazilians. At this moment, Canada, they are winning because Brazilian has the 7 and 8. So Canada needs to go faster to the finish line for winning to the Brazilian team that is really strong. The Brazilian said, you can tag here in the right corner. The Canada say, I don't care, I tag it on the right side. Tag again for the Canada, and Brasilia waiting for him. But in the left side, we can see really shift to the left, and two Brazilians now pass to the Canadians. At this moment, it seems that Canadians have the 7 and 8 position, so Brazilian takes the lead. Really tight in the last meter to finish. Canada at this moment has the 7 and 8 position. Brazil needs to finish. Canadian has the last 3 votes right now. So finish Brazil, Canada. 1 vote from Brazil. I think it's the first 3 votes from Brazil, and then all the crew from Canada, and the last position was from Brazil. Red flag again for Brazilian, but it says 8th position. Nothing happened because the other 3 votes finished in 1, 2nd, and 3rd. So it means that Brazilians takes the lead and winning this race and continue forward in the next races. Then we have the next race, Croatia against Turkey. Oh, really good teams. Really strong teams here fighting in the last ridge, approaching to the ridge.
So yeah, we have Turkey against Croatia. A drive back there from Croatia, trying to make things happen, slow the game down, as we've been saying all day. There's a red flag, a protest flag, not from the jury, and it's a green flag from the jury. So the protest was made. The jury said no, we don't see anything wrong. Croatia slowed the game down. Here we go at the bottom mark. Jibes onto starboard Croatia. A protest from Turkey onto Croatia. All the wind gone very light. When you congest the fleet like this, you kill the wind around it. Green flag from the jury. Another green flag from the jury. Croatia 1, Croatia 2, Turkey 3, Turkey 4, Turkey 5, Turkey 6. So Croatia 7 and 8. Turkey in the lead. Turkey taking a penalty turn. So Turkey taking a penalty turn. But still Croatia looks 7 and 8. Because Turkey decided to take the turn themselves. It's only 1 turn. Very close racing here. Turkey tacks onto Croatia. Croatia protests, says, you tacked and I had to avoid. Red flag. And Turkey take a penalty turn there. Red flag flown very quickly. And another red flag in the center of the course for Turkey. So Croatia now changed the game. Turkey 7 and 8. 2 red flags changed that game completely. Looks like it will be a Croatia win now. Turkey also doing spins. Still doing spin. Croatia slowing the game down. Hunting. There'll be protests there. The jury will now have to decide, was it too much hunting or was it a fault of Turkey? The penalty turn is for, we are waiting to see, for Croatia. So they found that they were hunting too much, steering towards Turkey too much, so they get the red flag. You really have to be careful when trying to execute that maneuver. On the right side here also, a protest flying around the place. From Croatia to Turkey. Turkey decides to take the turn themselves. So Croatia 1 at the moment, Turkey 2, Croatia 3, Croatia 4. It looks like Croatia will win the final race here in the final meters. Comes down to the final meters. Turkey tacking starboard, luffing. Croatia first across the line. A protest from Croatia on Turkey. Red flag, a red flag again. Oh, a lot of action, a lot of shouting. Contact, another red flag. It's all on the finish line happening here. Turkey taking spins. Croatia 1, 2, 3. It looks like Croatia will win this showdown. Onto the downwind. We are joining now GBR racing against. It looks like Singapore. Yeah, GBR against Singapore. If you lose, you are out. Singapore in first, Singapore in second, Singapore in third. The GBR will need some luck thrown their way to try and get back into this one here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens coming on the downwind here. Singapore in first. Singapore in second, Singapore in third. It is close, so they can try and catch them and make something happen. We're about to see what will Singapore do. Singapore won the first boat, waiting at the mark, goes round. Here we go, Singapore second around the mark, Singapore third around the mark. Okay, very close. There's a flag somewhere from someone. Do believe it's a green flag. No spins happening at this moment in time. Singapore 1, Singapore 2, Singapore 3. Is GBR close enough to make something happen here? It's going to come down to the final mark. Singapore 1, 2, 3 and 7. So GBR need to push for the 7 and 8. GBR need to push for the 7 and 8. Here we go. Pipper going low. Here we go. One, two, three for Singapore. There was contact at that bottom mark, so Leo is taking a spin. Pipper going out to the right, trying to find something happen here. They need one boat to get in front of a Singapore boat. It's going to come down to the final meter. Singapore 1, Singapore 2, Singapore 3. A good tack by Pippa. Allows Eliana here to continue to the right, find some clear air. Can she do what she did in that last race, which was find a little bit of breeze and a shift on the right, try and make something happen. At the moment, as it stands, Singapore 1, 2, 3, looking for the win. Can Eliana find something here? Good tack, find some breeze. Pip attacks in the middle of the course. Singapore covers 1, 2, 1. It looks like Singapore will come away with the win, and it is the end of the day for GBR as it stands. But it's not over till the end. Can they find a shift, a gust, anything to go their way? Pip attacks, Singapore cross the line in first. It looks like they will cross the line in second as well. There's a little bit of a left shift here coming in. Singapore attack, Singapore finishing second and third, and will come away with a 1, 2, 3, 4, a clean sweep for Singapore towards the end there. They fought till the end, GBR. It's been a very good regatta from them, but Singapore knocked them out and go on to fight another day.
Here we go. So we move forward to the next one. It's Italy against Peru. They are approaching to the bottom mark at this moment. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 positions for Italy. So at this moment, Italy takes the lead. Good combination for them. Run the mark, first, second, third. And it's the 4 boat of Italy try to stop all the Peruvian crew at this moment. Here we go, really good work from the Italy. The other 3 boats from Italy go faster to try to make a gap between the 3rd and 4th position. So run the mark, Italy 9999, Italy 93, Neves 97, and Italy 11-7. Run the mark. At this moment, Italy is the leader of the race. Then we have another boat from Italy, try to stop. 9925. Really good race for Italy. The last 4 boats from Peru try to open the course and find some air to try to catch the Italian team. 2 very strong teams. One, two, three, still the Italians. Also the 4th position for Italians at this moment. Continues the Italians approaching to the finish line. A few meters more to finish. First boat crossing the line for Italy. Also 2nd boat crossing the line. And it's coming the 3rd boat. Italy 11-7. Sweet victory for Italy in 1, 2, 3. And it's coming the 4th boat from Italy and another boat from Peru, 3-7-2. Let's see which boat finished first. I think the Italian 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions. It's mean that Italy is the winner for this race.
Guys, great job. Let's take a rest. We have a camera with the crowd in the PLC of Club Náutico Mar del Plata, and it's very hard to transmit all the races. It's very hard to transmit all the races live. It's a frenetic job. One race goes after another, and well, right now the race committee is adjusting the course. They are moving the course more forward, the PLC, so all the crowd can see better the races. We are into the final stage of the championship. In a few more hours, minutes more or less, we have a new world champion. So let's go back to some videos of the days before and keep some rest, drink some water, and let's go back in a minute with the races. We are still waiting to restart the races. The race committee just put the course a bit closer to the pier so all the crowd can see perfectly the races. In a few minutes more, we will continue with this final stage of the Optimist Team Race World Championship. Okay, we are back on the water. We are in starting procedure for the next race. It will be Spain-Croatia. In a few minutes, seconds, Dante and David are going to take the transmission from the water, and let's continue with this exciting racing in the 24,000 Optimist World Championships, the team race competition that will finish in less than 1 hour. So stay tuned and let's go back with Dante and David.
Back into the racing, the final 8 teams, Spain against Croatia, just about to start, or that looks very close on the line there. No individual recall. The race committee has said no one is over, or they have, sorry, I spoke too soon, 1 boat over. It looked like a Croatian boat, and that boat is going back behind the line. Let's see if that was the correct decision, and it was that boat. So now it's an all-clear start. Croatia had 1 boat over. They've gone back. That helps Spain come into this final attack. We're on the first upwind. Spanish sailors looking to find a place to approach the mark here. Croatia on the left, trying to find some breeze. 1 Croatian boat, 1328, heading up high on 3611. I believe that is Mateo. Mateo tacks, ducks his Spanish teammate, who will then go on to call starboard on the Croatian boat here. That is Juan Domingo calling starboard on Croatia 1357. Tacks now onto the other Croatian. Spain looking like a well-oiled machine in the start of this race. Again tacking Juan, coming out to the left here with the Croatian boat. On the far side we also have Croatia fighting with Spain. Croatia here with Juan tacking a leeward-windward situation. What will Juan do here to try and slow the game or keep sailing? Ika looks like he is in the middle of the course in some good pressure. It's always handy to have someone at the front of the game, because if you are losing, they can do something to help. Croatia tacks onto starboard. Ika tacks onto starboard as well. So it looks like Croatia will come into Mark 1 in first position, followed by Ika in second. Ika goes for a luff. Can he do enough? Juan Domingo looking really nice on the port ley line here, coming into that Mark 1. Croatia setting up the mark trap, slowing down. Spain now. Juan goes for the duck, goes for the tack. What's he going to do here? Croatia slows the game. Okay, 3 Spanish boats in the top 4. 3 Spanish boats in the top 4 at Mark 1, but Croatia holds out Juan. Spain 1, Spain 2, Croatia 3, Spain 4. There's a port and starboard there. Port and starboard from Spain on Croatia. What will happen? Green flag, green flag. At the moment, 3 Spanish boats in the top 4. As it stands, Spain are winning. Another green flag. It's very close. We're in the final 8 teams now. I believe the winner of this will get the pass to go to the final. So, as it stands, Spain 1, Spain 2, Spain 3 even. 3 in the top 4 gets you the win. So we have, as it stands, still 1, 2, 3 for Spain. Croatia looking to do something here on the last mark. Juan being taken out now by Croatia. So it's Spain 1, Spain 2, Croatia 3. They're going to slow the game down and try and push 7 and 8, as we've been talking about all day. Let's see what happens. First Spanish boat round the mark. I believe that is Ike. Another protest from Spain there on that mark. Croatia. Who's going to get a red flag? There is a red flag. Who's the red flag for? We're going to have to wait and see now. Wait and see for the red flag. Spain 1, Spain 2, Spain 3. Croatia red flag. That kind of seems to sort things out. It's Croatia 1, sorry. Spain 2, Spain 3. So Spain will still need to do some work here to try and secure a win. Back to Dante for the downwind.
So yeah, let's continue here. Croatia, first place. Then we have following 2 Spanish boys, and then Croatia in 4th position and 5 and 6, trying to attack to the Spanish team. Last position. So Spain right now rounding the mark in 1st position. Also Spain attack. 2nd position rounding the mark for Spain. Also 3rd position in Spain. So at this time Spain takes the lead, following by 3 Croatia. Then we have the girl from Spanish in 7th position and the 8th position Croatia. So at this moment takes the lead Spain. Need to go faster. We have 1 stop here from the girl from Spain. Look, amazing situation here for the Spanish girl. Try to stop the Croatia. So it's a really big lap between the 6th and 7th position. The Spanish boys continue leading the first 3 positions. Cover very well to the Croatia team, doing some tags in the last upwind. Spain continue leading. 1, 2, 3. If nothing happens, it's gonna be a winning for the Spanish team, and this match means that if the Spanish teams win, go straight to the final and waiting to the loser match. Continue Spain in 1, 2, and 3rd position. The Spanish team, they are finishing a few meters to the finish line. First boat from Spanish crossing the line. 2nd boat from Spanish crossing the line, and also the 3rd boat from Spanish. So Spain winning the race and go straight to the final. Now we're moving to the next race. It's Argentina against Singapore. We are here in the starting line. I think it's less than a minute to start. Less than a minute to start. All the boats down the starting line, and just 1 boat from Argentina doing a penalty. Another red flag for, I think, Argentina too. Another red flag for Argentina. A start, it's a clear start, I think. Clear start for Argentina against Singapore. One of the Argentina is doing a penalty. The last turn for complete the penalty. And Singapore tried to open the course. We can see 1 boat from Singapore going to the right side, following by another Singapore, another boat from Argentina. And then in the left side we have 2 boats from Argentina and 2 boats following by Singapore. Singapore tags. Also the girl from Argentina tags. We have here in the left side another Argentina attacks, go straight to the mark. Let's see, there are some pressure on the left side. Then in the right side we can see a penalty for Singapore at this moment. Double turn for Singapore. It's good to Argentina that. So now the last position is for Singapore. Argentina is trying to recover again. Let's see which boat run the mark first. Another green flag over there in the right side. Here we have a really good teamwork by the Argentinians. Singapore trying to cover the Argentinians now. But Singapore had the last boat. Let's see which team run the mark first. Here we go. We have the first boat approaching to the mark. It's two boats from Singapore, following one boat from Argentina. Another collision over there. Argentina against Singapore. Let's see what is the decision. Red flag for Singapore. Here we go. Red flag for Singapore, making the penalty in the middle of the boat. So run the mark. Singapore first, second following. Another red flag for Singapore. So it's really good for Argentina at this moment because Singapore has the last two boats. So at this moment, Argentina takes the lead. They had three boats in the top four, but we have the first boat from Singapore. I think here going to doing something, the first Singapore boat. We have the drone in front of us, also following the race. So let's see here in the first reach. Singapore 142, try to do something. The first boat from Argentina run the mark first, the girl from Argentina. Another boat from Argentina run the mark. So we have three boats from Argentina and two boats from Singapore go straight to the bottom mark. Really good maneuver for 165 from Argentina. Now Argentina have the first boat, maybe the second. We have here another green flag for the last two boats, Argentina against Singapore. Nothing happened here. Here we go. The girl from Argentina are approaching to the bottom mark. Let's see the situation there. On the bottom mark.
So at the bottom mark we have Argentina in first, Argentina in second on starboard, showing no overlap, etc. Now Luffing is going to try and make a difference here. Singapore tries to go around the inside. Argentina dives back, says no, you have no room, don't go in there. And he does exactly what he wanted, which is get Argentina through. He's got Argentina through. It's a 1-2-3 at the moment. It's a 1-2-3. And the Argentinian fans on the side in big numbers are very happy about that. There is a spin there. There is a spin. So Argentina 1-2. As it stands, Argentina still winning because they don't have 7 and 8. They are still winning. There's a green flag Argentina 1, 2, 6, 8. That is a winning combination at the moment. Argentina is still winning. It will come down to the final mark, the final upwind. Argentina jibe onto starboard there at the last mark. Trying to slow the game down there. Argentina 1, Argentina 2. Singapore 3, Singapore 4. It's all going to come down to the last upwind. Red flag for Argentina. Red flag for Argentina. So Argentina will have to push Singapore 7 and 8. Argentina will have to push Singapore into 7 and 8. Singapore 1. At the moment, still Argentina in first. Singapore attacking onto port. Argentina comes down, tries to slow the game. So Argentina will go for 7 and 8. They will try and push Singapore into 7 and 8 to get them the win here. How things can turn around very quickly. Singapore looking to cause a home upset here. Argentina attacks, Singapore attacks. Can they get a 7 and 8 situation? Singapore.
There is a problem with the audio from the boat, so we will try to fix it. Right now, Singapore and Argentina, a very close regatta. We are Singapore in first. Now Singapore in first and second. It's a critical situation for Argentina. Approaching to the finish line. And what I see, we got Singapore first and second, Argentina third and fourth. Oh, sorry. I can see from the drone. The last vote was from Singapore, but I think Singapore was in a stronger position. Okay, let's try to continue from the studio. We can see Puerto Rico and Italy on race. I think they are in the final down and the final upwind leg. So approaching to the finish, I see 3 votes of Puerto Rico in the front. This will be a strong victory of Puerto Rico against one of the hottest team of the championship, Italia. First for Puerto Rico, second Puerto Rico. I think third is also for Puerto Rico, and it's a win of Puerto Rico against Italy. Batacazo, like we say here in Argentina. Last vote. Oh, there is a red flag. You can never say it's over until the fat lady sings.
Let's see, first boat, they are preparing for round the bottom mark and going reach to the final mark. Then we can see the second boat, second position from Singapore. Let's see the situation over there. Some fans on the rocks from Singapore, from Spain, from Brazil, watching the race. They are very close to the marks. We can see the situation there. Singapore stops the Brazilians. Also, other two Singapores try to pass the mark, but the Brazilians say no, this is my side. So let's see what's happened over there. Singapore run the mark. Then we have a Brazilian, 4.273. Push away one Singapore from the zone. There are protests over there. Let's see the umpire. What's the decision? Green flag for them. So we have the first boat from Brazil, then following by second and third boat from Singapore, then one boat from Brazil, another boat from Singapore, and another boat from Brazil. Really tight race now at this moment. The winds here are perfect. We have 5 to 7, 8 knots. Really consistent from the northeast inside of the harbor of Mar del Plata. So now all the boats, they are rounding the last mark, going in upwind to the finish line. Second, third, and I think fourth position to Singapore. So at this moment, it seems that Singapore takes the lead. We can see the first boat from Brazil going downwind to looks one boat from Singapore. Another collision over there. Let's see the umpires. So now Singapore in third position. Then we have Singapore in third and in fourth. So Singapore has 3 boats in the first 4 position. That means that Singapore has the lead now. A lot of tacks in the middle of the upwind. A lot of situation over there. Red flag for Brazil, red flag for Brazil. So Singapore had the lead. The first 3 boats now. Few meters to finish. Let's see, Singapore have first and second, but we can see some boats from Brazil coming in the right side. So, tie race, tie finish. First boat crossing the line from Singapore. Second boat, I think, also for Singapore. Brazil. Third, fourth position for Singapore. So Singapore takes the win in this race. Really good race for Singapore against Brazil. Another really strong team here. So Singapore continue forward in the team race day 2. Now we move to the next race. It's Croatia against Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico against Croatia.
So we have Puerto Rico against Croatia. Croatia setting up some mark traps on the bottom mark. We can see there. Let's see what happens. Croatia 1 around the bottom mark. Croatia 2 around the bottom mark. Croatia 3 around the bottom mark. So that's a 1, 2, 3 for Croatia at the moment. But there is an incident there. Red flags flying. boats touching, marks moving. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. For me, there were many issues. Puerto Rico decides to take a turn on themselves. Let's see if any other flags go flying. The jury boat is moving up close to the boats. Puerto Rico moving Croatia 1394 upwind here, trying to slow them down. They're going to push for a 7 and 8 like we've been talking about all day. So Puerto Rico pushing Croatia to a 7 and 8. Let's see if they can make it work. There, a 7 and 8 situation. So Croatia 7 and 8, but flags are flying. Flags are flying. Here we go. At the moment, Croatia 1-2, 7-8. So as it stands, Puerto Rico are going to go away with a win here. Croatia 7 and 8. This means Puerto Rico is winning at the moment. And now the tacking battle begins. Really good tacks from Puerto Rico. Covering, and more covering. Croatia coming back to help their teammates because they see we are losing. We need to do something. Puerto Rico have made a difference. They've pushed a 7 and 8 situation here. Puerto Rico 98 focuses on 1328. Tries to say no room to tack. You have to stay there. We have many battles going on the race course. One battle on the right, one battle on the left. At the moment, Croatia first. The 7 and 8 is unclear now. The 7 and 8 is unclear. It looks like Croatia has done some good work and has come back well into the game. The wind has died on the right of the course here. And there is pressure on the left. Big shift for Croatia. Big shift for Croatia here. Puerto Rico is going to try and stop that happening. Puerto Rico 99 trying to make a difference. Port and starboard. There's a duck from Croatia. Pressure on the left. Left shift. We can't say who is winning at this moment in time. It's all coming down to the last meters. Puerto Rico take first. Puerto Rico take first. Puerto Rico tacks. At the moment, it looks like 3 Croatian boats in the top 4, which means that Croatia will come away with the win as things stand. Puerto Rico tries to slow down there. Good work by 97. Puerto Rico 97 doing good work. And there's a Puerto Rican boat on the committee boat there, coming in with a 1. Puerto Rico take first. Puerto Rico take third. Croatia second. It's so close. It looks like, to me, that Puerto Rico, from initial visuals, Croatia is upset. So it looks like Puerto Rico take the win. It is too close to call. In Dante's opinion and mine, it does look like Puerto Rico came away with the win because an absolute dream shift and gust bar for Puerto Rico 98 from the right, took them from last to first, changed the game completely. So now I hand you back to Dante to wait and see who won that race, but on first sight we do believe Puerto Rico, but again was so close. We'll have to wait and see.
So yeah, absolutely, we need to wait the official results here. Puerto Rico against Croatia. It was too tight the last meters and the finish line. For me, for my view, I think Puerto Rico win, but we need to see the official results. That the winner of this race gonna be the next opponent for Singapore, the next race. It will be the race for who is the second and who is the fastest the final against Spain. And the loser of this race is finished third in the 2024 Optimist World Championship here.
Thanks Dante, thanks David, great job guys. So we have a minute left here. The AB flag is up in the race committee and we are approaching the final stages, the definition stages of this team race championship. So we will get back to the water in a few minutes. We will change microphone batteries, take a rest and continue in just 1 minute. Okay, we have Spain waiting for the final. There we see the Spanish flag at the PLC of the Club Náutico Mar del Plata. And we have to wait for the semi-final between Puerto Rico and Singapore. Puerto Rico and Singapore, there is still a lot of people. They have eaten some shrimps from Mare Chiare at the pier. And there are all the parents, team leaders, and spectators waiting for the semi-final and then the big final. Who will face Spain in the big final? We will see it in just a few minutes. AP flag is down. In a few moments we'll start a starting procedure between Puerto Rico and Singapore, but we have 1 minute. Let's see 1 minute of day one that was really great. Okay, we are back on the water with Dante and David. It's all up to you guys. Let's see the semifinal.
With Dante and David. It's all up to you guys. Let's see the semifinal.
Here we are. So we are here on the water. The last 3 teams that they are on the water, Spain, they are already waiting to these 2 teams that there will be on the finals. The winner of these 2 teams, Singapore against Puerto Rico, will be on the final against Spain, and the other that lose will be finished in 3rd position in 2024 of this World Championship in team race here in Mar del Plata. So we are here in the start, less than 2 minutes to start. Singapore against Puerto Rico. It's gonna be a really good match, really good teams, strong. Puerto Rico following by Foco, and Singapore back on the game again. So yeah, less than a minute to start. The teams that are approaching to the line. We can see some boats from Singapore already on the line, some boats from Puerto Rico approaching too. Some protests over there. I can see any flag, yeah, 1 flag is flying there. Let's see if the umpire says something. Some starboard and port situations, few seconds to start. Here we go, few seconds to start right now. Really good start to everyone. To Puerto Rico. In the left side, close to the pin. Another Puerto Rico tuck and go to the right side of the course. The last races of today. Let's see which team is the winner and go to the final against Spain. Really tight race. The drones, they are here following the race also. All the people on the land, the fans also watching the race. So here in the left we have 2 boats from Singapore, also 2 boats from Puerto Rico fighting. Then we have more boats on the middle of the line. Here we go. They are in the middle of the upwind, the first upwind. Really good tags we can see here from the Puerto Rico teams, also from Singapore. Let's see which team runs the mark first and takes the lead in the first mark. We can see 3 Singapore's teams in the front of the fleet. So I think at this moment Singapore takes the lead. But it's just the first mark. We need to see. We can see Puerto Rico 99 in the right side. Coming now, tacking and coming now in the starboard side. A big shifty to the left side right now. So Singapore right now has first boat, second boat, and third boat. Let's see this starboard and port situation. Nothing happened now. So first boat to Singapore, second boat to Singapore, also the third boat to Singapore. There are a penalty over there. Green flag to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico coming in 4 and 5 position, following by another Singapore guy in 6th position, and the last 2 position for Puerto Rico. So at this moment, Singapore takes the lead. Let's see if there are some situations on the mark. Another situation over there with 3 Puerto Ricos against 1 Singapore. Really good from the Singapore right now. So Singapore run the reach mark first, second, third position, going straight to the bottom mark in downwind.
So Singapore in 1 and 2 and 3, but Puerto Rico 99 has the starboard advantage now. Singapore left him to go left of him. Once you are left of your opponent, you do have that starboard advantage coming back at you. At the back here, Singapore really slowing the game down for 3 of the Puerto Ricans. They will need a little bit of luck coming their way now into this bottom mark. Puerto Rico really covering, trying to slow them down, because what Puerto Rico now has to try and do is put 7 and 8. It looks like they've put Singapore into 8th, but can they catch one more Singapore sailor and put them into 7th? It's a big ask, but we've seen everything happen today. It's not out of the ordinary for this to happen. We're coming into this bottom mark. Singapore first, second, third, but Puerto Rico 99 covering hard. Can they make something happen? They jibe, they round. Puerto Rico's right there behind them. And they jibe successfully round the mark, Singapore. So Singapore 1, Singapore 2, Singapore 3. Puerto Rico 99 doing everything he can, getting the water out the boat, trying to really win any meters that they can to try and catch and put Singapore into 7 and 8. So let's see, round the last mark. Singapore 1-2-2 in first. Singapore 1-6-4 in second. Singapore 1-2-1 in third. And then Puerto Rico managed to get on the inside a little bit there. Let's see, they're on the inside there. There's a protest. Puerto Rico 99 has managed to get a little hand up there. 2 good tacks might put him in a position to do something here. Can Puerto Rico 99 fight? Green flag. So Puerto Rico rounded that mark without breaking any rules. Has a good gust here. Puerto Rico 99 looks like they're ahead of 1-2-1. The attacks are amazing by Puerto Rico 99 to try and really help his team here. He's now pushing up. Puerto Rico 99 from the side of my vision. Looks like they're ahead of 1-2-1. The pressure dying on the right, filling in on the left. Is it going to be a case of getting a gust, getting ahead and pushing Singapore into 7 and 8? Puerto Rico 99 being covered by 1-2-2 Singapore. Some good pressure over there. Singapore 1-2-1 has lost some pressure here on the right. Looking a little bit light. Puerto Rico on the left looking very nice. To maybe do something. They need to get ahead and push a 7-8. Puerto Rico going low now. Has seen that he's ahead of 1-2-1. Is going to try and really get over that side of the course. Make something happen. But 1-2-2 from Singapore is trying to give dirty air and say, not today. You are not getting my teammate. It's gone light. 1-2-1 tacks. The angle looks close. It looks very close. There's a Puerto Rico boat over the far side with very good pressure. Singapore has tacked off. Puerto Rico has got some pressure on the far side. That Puerto Rico 91 has got amazing pressure. It looks like Puerto Rico may have a lifeline here. Puerto Rico is neck and neck with 1-2-1 now. So Singapore 1, Singapore 2, but Puerto Rico is there and can do something now. Yeah, Puerto Rico's there. They've tacked leeward of him. And they're luffing up now. They're luffing up. Singapore there. But Singapore tack. Singapore tack to cross the line. 1, 2, and 3. Singapore move into the next round. Really close. Singapore, Puerto Rico 91 and Puerto Rico 99 really did their best efforts to get themselves into the game, but Singapore's class has prevailed. They move on. They will face the team of Happy representing Spain into the final. But Puerto Rico can hold their heads high. They have a bronze medal at the World's Team Racing Championship. Again, we have to wait for the final results confirmed by the race committee. But frustration visible from Puerto Rico. They mustn't forget they still have a medal. And a medal is better than no medal. So they can go with their heads up, held up high, back to their coach, Foco, and come away at the end of the day happy, because a medal is a medal. Congratulations, Puerto Rico. Singapore will go on to fight for gold at the 2024 Optimist World Championship. The wind is dying a little bit here, so may have to wait a little bit to see if some fresh breeze fills in. It's been very good breeze all day, but inevitably at some point you may have a little bit of unluck with the weather. So here Puerto Rico passing us right on our bow. They mustn't forget they got the bronze medal now in team racing. Hopefully next week they can look back on that and be very proud of themselves. Back to Dante to take you through the next race.
Dante, so we got a finalist. It's Singapore against Spain, and we have a third place for Puerto Rico. Great job, guys. Let's wait for just a few minutes, and in very few minutes we will start with the great final. It will be to the best of 3 races between Singapore and Spain. So we are now the 3 final minutes before the first race of the finals between Singapore and Spain. Dante, David, it's up to you guys.
It's good to mention it's the best of 3 for the final.
Yeah. So here we are on the water again. The best 2 teams. The war, Spain again, Singapore. It's gonna be 3 races, the best of 3. It's 1 team won 2 races. It's done. We have the winner and the 2nd place. In the 3rd place, they're already Puerto Rico. And then it's less than 2 minutes to start. There are all the boats in the right side of the race committee right now, fighting for a protest. We can see the first flag. I think it's a green flag. Right now, Spain against Singapore. The final, the first race of the final here in the Optimist World Championship 2024. We can see here some boats in the front of the race committee. Another boats in the leeward side of the race committee, Singapore and Spain. Then we have a lot of situations there in the front of the race committee also. Both from Spain, both from Singapore, less than a minute, 1 minute to start the race, the first race of this final here in Mar del Plata. Now the winds drop a little bit, so maybe we have 5 to 6 knots here in the course. All the boats they are on the line. Some protest. The first red flag on the race will be for, the red flag is for Spain. Spain is doing the double turn, the first red flag of the race. So let's see, all the boats on the line. All the boats on the line, Spain in the pin end, pushing to the Singapore. So we have 2 boats from Spain here on the pin. Here we go. They start. Another red flag is an individual recall. So let's see. 2 Singapores back on the line. So really good start for Spain at this moment. I think there are a little bit more pressure to the left right now. Some Spanish talking now. So at this moment, Spain takes the lead because Singapore has the 7 and 8 position right now. So Singapore just need to go faster to the mark. Another green flag now in that situation. So the first boat is Spain, 3689. Then we have another boat from Spain over there at 3640. Starboard and port situation over there at 3611 Spain to Singapore. Green flag, green flag. All the boats going to the right side of the course. They're on the middle of the upwind, the first upwind. So we have 3 boats over there coming to the first upwind mark. It seems that Spain has the first 3 positions. Another collision over there. Let's see what said umpire. Spain said that we have first, second, and third position for Spain right now. So Spain takes the lead, and they are approaching to the first mark. Windward mark. We have really light air over here, 5 to 6 knots from the northeast. So it's coming. They are approaching the first free boat from Spain. The first boat, 3634 from Spain, run the mark. Then we have 3689 from Spain, also run the mark. And we have the girl from Spain, 3640. So now Spain takes the lead and going straight to the first reach.
So yeah, as Dante was saying, Spain in first, second and third. Some really good communication between Iker and Joan on that first mark, which allowed their Spanish teammate 3640 to come through ahead of 121 Ethan to secure a 123. And then also excellent work by, I believe, Mateo, slowing Singapore down right at the back, like very, very, very slowing down, because the more distance that you create between that back Singapore boat and the front three Spanish boats, the more secure that win becomes, because a 1-2 always wins if you're not 7 and 8. So if their Spanish teammate can put that 8th boat of Singapore really far back, it just makes Singapore's life really difficult in terms of saving the result. So we approach Mark 2 with Spain still in first. I believe it's Iker. In second, Joan. And in third, their female teammate, 3640. And then followed closely by Singapore, Ethan, 121. So, as you can see, 3640 has gone left on the downwind to really secure that left side, because if you jibe, you are on starboard and you do have that advantage. Looks a bit to me like Joan and Iker have sailed into a bit of a lull, because that Spanish boat has taken the lead on the far left and Singapore is going quick as well. So the goal here of Singapore, get ahead of one of the Spanish and put them into 7th, so then Spain will have 7 and 8. But at the moment, Mateo at the back, still slowing that Singapore boat down, doing excellent work. So Singapore in 8th, Spain in 7th. Let's see what happens on this downwind. Ethan is covering 3640. So 121 covering 3640. There's the jibe onto starboard that we expect. Coming back. But Singapore 142 has done excellent work on the middle of that downwind. Closed that distance right down. I think there may be a little bit of position changes here coming into that bottom mark. It's gone very light. So here we go. We're getting close to the mark. Iker jibes. Iker goes to the mark. 3640 still coming in on starboard jibe. Joan round the outside, goes for the jibe. Singapore has managed to get some attack there. And collision. There was a starboard and port incident there. Spain has to wave the red flag. No flags at the moment. What will the jury decide here? Joan trying to secure things up here. So Singapore have done what they wanted. They've gotten a Spanish boat behind them. They now have to push into 7 and 8. It's very dangerous now. Spain were looking strong. Is now looking different. Spain 1, Spain 2, Singapore 3, Singapore 4, Spain 5. Ethan 121 from Singapore, really slowing the game. But Joan jibes back onto starboard, comes in, helps his teammate, says, there you go, let me assist you. It's like the midfield for Spain. They won the Europeans for the football. Can they win the Worlds for the sailing? Singapore coming into the bottom mark here. Spain looking 1, 2, 4. Still 3 sailors in the top 4. That gets you the win. But you see how that gap has completely diminished. All 8 sailors within 5 meters. One wrong breath and they might move the wrong way here. A jibe onto starboard from Joan. A protest. Joan says, hey, I was on starboard. You're in the wrong. There's collision. Singapore is saying, I was in the wrong, I'll do my turns. So, Iker holds up the fleet. Johan is there, managed to give the penalty on 142. 142 completed the turn. Johan saying, you don't have room. Iker advances with 122 because 122 went round the outside. It says, if you're going to block the inside, I'm taking the outside lane. Don't worry about that. Got some speed down there. The pressure's filling in. We have wind. We're off again. At the moment, Spain 1-2. But Singapore drives onto starboard, tacks onto starboard. Johan tacks underneath, goes high. Iker covers. Great, great teamwork. Spain 3-6-1-1 has some fresh air and really good boat speed. I believe that's Mateo. Mateo with amazing boat speed. Round the outside. Says, don't worry, I'll put the turbo on this one. Johan tacking on 122. They are now taking a 1-for-1 cover. There's a battle on the far left as well with Singapore 121 Ethan. Green flag on the far left between Ethan and Spain. Mateo tacks onto Singapore. It looks like it's going more and more in Spain's favour. The tacks, the boat handling, pressure. Who can cope? Stay calm, communicate. It looks like Spain 1-2-3 from my angle here now at the moment. Spain 1-2-3. Mateo tacks, Spain takes one. There's a right shift here. There's pressure on the right. Mateo's tacking. Singapore 164, maybe on a starboard approach here. Johan tacks underneath. We'll luff up high now. We'll go high mode to try and force 164 Singapore to tack. But 164 Singapore are looking comfortable. Okay, 3 in the top 4 at the moment for Spain. It's a very big ask for Singapore now. Singapore tacks off, tacks back. It looks like that Spain have really secured the win here on the first of the final races, because it's not just who wins this race, it's the best of 3. So, at the finish, tacking now, Spain 3-6-1-1, crosses the line. Johan crosses the line in second, and in third, Iker crosses the line. That is the first win for Spain. Back to Dante.
So here we are, amazing race for the Spanish team, takes the win in that race, the first one. Then finish 1, 2nd and 3rd position for the Spanish team, then 4, 5, 6 and 7 for the Singapore, and the last boat to Spanish. But also the Spanish team takes the win in that race. It's the first one of 3. So in the next one, if a Spanish team wins again, it's the winner of the gold medal in this OptiWars 2024 team race.
Thanks, Dante. Thanks, David. What an honor to have you guys transmit in this transmission. Dante Cittadini, and a former youth Olympic sailor, gold medal in the NACRA 15 class. And he competed in several Optimist championships. He won the North American Optimist Championship with only 11 years old, a real star from this class. So let's rest some minutes and wait for the big final race. Maybe the last one, maybe not. Let's see. Singapore is match point and Spain is 1-0. Let's see what happens. A little of music and we return very soon. And we are back on the water, less than 3 minutes to the start of this final race, maybe. Dante, David, you can continue with your work. Thanks.
Voy a girar. So we are on live here. Here we are. Second race of this final. The first race it was for a Spanish team, take the win. Now we are in the second. So we are here 2 minutes to start the second race here in the final of the Opti World 2024 team race. We can see a lot of situation here in the front of the starting line. The first red flag here in the second race is for Singapore. Another green flag on the starting line. Really strong teams, Spain and Singapore. We have Tedron also here with us. All the teams that are approaching to the line. Another Singapore is continuing doing the turns. So minute to start, 1 minute to start. Over here, there are a lot of situations. The jury on the middle, try to decide, try to view the situations. Less than a minute to start, a few seconds to start. Some boat in port, some boat in starboard, some boat say protest. Let's see the decision of the umpires. Really good maneuver for the Spanish, 3-6, 3-4 on the pin end with one. Singapore, he tuck as well. All the fleet, they are on the right side. Two boats coming in port side also to join them in the right side of the committee. I think one boat from Singapore is over right now. Another red flag and a start. Red flag to Singapore. Red flag to Singapore. Few meters after the start, the fleet trying to open a little bit the course. Some boat from the left, some boat from the left on the right side. Another green flag, and here close to us we can see one Spanish pushing to the Singapore to the left side of the course, but also the Singapore try to go higher, and now the Spanish tucking, also the Singapore tuck. Really good maneuver for them. We can see more pressure here on the left side. More wind is coming. Here on the red side. Some waves also here, chop. We can see there on the right side, a little bit shifted to the right side. So in the starboard leyland, there are some boats approaching to the mark. Right here we can see two boats from Spain takes the lead, first and second. Then follow, we have a Singapore boat, but then we have another boat from Spain. So it seems that Spain already have 3 boats in the first position. It's gonna be 3 boats run the mark from Spain right now. So let's see, first boat from Spain tag, run the mark, 2 boats from Spain, and 3rd position to Spain too. So 1, 2, and 3rd position for Spain. Same that the last regatta. At this moment, the first part of the race, the first mark.
So yeah, Spain in 1, 2, and 3. It looks like a copy and paste from the last race. However, can Singapore change the finish of that last race and get their first win of this final of the 2024 Optimist Team Racing Championship? Matteo rounds 3-6-4-0, I believe, rounds. Then Joanne rounds 1-2-3 at the moment. Joanne going on the left of the downwind. Iker is communicating to the front of the pack, hey, this is what needs to happen. We're in winning situation, but be wary. We don't want to have it as close as last time. Let's try and really stay ahead. Last time, Singapore managed to catch up, slow the game, and it was very close. But it looks a little bit more set and secure now. Iker covering 1-2-2. Still covering, nice work from him. Joanne going left with Ethan, 1-2-1. Joanne jibes onto starboard, Ethan follows. Matteo rounds the bottoms, 3-6-1-1. So Spain at the bottom mark in first. Then 3-6-4-0 is second. Then Ethan, a scenario there with Joanne. Who had room, who had right of way, we yet have to see. Iker then still to round the mark with Singapore close in front. The jury's going to have to produce a flag. It's a red flag. Who's the red flag for? It's very far away. The red flag. Who's the red flag for? We don't know. Singapore. The red flag is for Singapore. The red flag is for Singapore. The red flag is for Singapore. So Spain 1, Spain 2, Spain 3. Red flag for Singapore. Spain tack on each other. Not ideal. Okay, Spain 1, 2, 3. Singapore 7 and 8. The wind is up. The tacks are on. The last upwind, Joanne tacks onto 142. Iker tacks onto Singapore. 3640 Spain is coming out to the right. Matteo is tacking on Singapore 142. Iker is going out to the left. He says, I want to spread the game. I don't want too much congestion. My guys are in the front. So let's spread the game. Okay, Spain tack. It looks like a 1, 2, 3 still at this moment. Spain allows 142 Singapore to go, but Singapore tacks and follows. Matteo tacks out to the right to kind of secure that side of the things of the game. Joanne is on the left securing that side of the pressure. It looks like at this moment the 2024 World Champion Team Racing will be Spain. At this moment in time, the champion will be Spain. We are in the final meters here now. The final meters. Joanne tacks onto Paul, is looking to cross 142. It's a Spain 1, 2, 3. Clean sweep for the Spanish. They won the SailGP, they won the European footballs, and they are going to win the Team Racing Optimist World Champions 2024. A display of pure class from Spain and Coach Happy. So Spain finish 1, 2, 3. It's done. They're happy. They're shouting. They know the job's done. Just the measurement boat to pass now. But as things stand, Spain will be the 2024 Team Race Champions. Singapore will be silver medalists, and Puerto Rico will go away with the bronze. Back to Dante.
Yes, huge congratulations to the Spanish team. Incredible work here, winning 2 races in a row in the final against Singapore. Amazing work for them, also for the coach. It was really good races here. Thank you to everyone that are watching in the home, to the live here. So, a Spanish team winner, the Optimist World Championship 2024 in team race here in Mar del Plata, Argentina. Singapore takes the 2nd place, silver medal. Huge congratulations to Singapore team, also for the coach. And Puerto Rico takes the 3rd place here in the Opti World 2024.
Job, Dante. Great job, David. Congratulations to the Spanish team. They are the new world champions. If you can make some reports, some interviews to the guys, it will be just fine. If not, we can finish with the transmission.
Tengo un poco de batería,
Thank you. Okay, he's going to do an interview, yes?
Okay,
Congratulations.
thank you for all.
I don't know if we are in live or not.
The microphone on?
Yeah, I think. So we are here with the Spanish team. Huge congratulations. What's your name?
Joan Domingo.
So congratulations for winning the 2024 Optimist World Championship team race. Can you explain a little bit your situation? Explain a little bit how feel the race is, etc.
With my team, I feel so confident. We were fighting until the last moment. It was crazy. I love this moment. We were fighting 6 months to arrive here, and it's incredible.
Here we are. So he's very proud of the Spanish team, also to the other 4 boys over there, also for the coach. You want to say some words for the camera to your family, friends, etc.?
Thank you, family, for all, and for my team also. Gracias. Y a nuestros amigos de Cambrils, que son increíbles, a nuestros entrenadores, Leandre, Uri, mis padres, son increíbles. Gracias.
Here we are. Felicitaciones.
Gracias, team.
A festejar, vamos.
You did it, man. You did it. You did it. Go and join the team, yes?
Thank you.
Mamma mia. Wow, he's such a great. With these beautiful machines.
What a championship, how many emotions. We feel really glad to have made this transmission. Back of me on the water, the Spanish team is still celebrating. Thank you very much to all the volunteers. Thank you very much to the transmission team, Nahuel, all the cameras, Dante, David, Chiqui, Ramiro. Thank you very much for this great effort and hope to see you soon at the end of this championship. See you.